What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to do a quick review of the MARBERO portable power supply. In this review, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this power supply, including one thing that you should definitely know before buying. So guys, my wife and I, we like to camp quite a bit, and camping's cool, but it doesn't always have electricity. And specifically for emergencies with our phones, if they were to die, I always like to carry this with us when we are out camping. And we've taken it a few times now, and I actually have some things to report about it that I definitely think that you should know. And I can kind of give you my thoughts about it. So first off, if you're wondering, well, does this actually work? It absolutely does. It is a quality product, does work well, have had positive experience with it so far overall. Now, to give you the idea of the charging capacity of this thing, okay, because that's one thing I think a lot of people, they struggle with. This particular model that I got, this has 88 watt hours of capacity. Now, to give you an idea of what that means in regards to a phone charger, or like charging your phone from 0 to 100%. If you were to have an iPhone, let's say iPhone like 14 or so, usually those will go between about 12 to 16 watt hours to fully charge from 0 to 100, depending on the model, because they have the different models and everything. So this usually, like mine, is just iPhone 14, I believe. So it takes about 12 watt hours to charge it. So essentially, I can charge my phone 5.5 times, roughly, with this. If it was fully charged up and my phone was completely dead every single time. And usually when we use this, myself and my wife, we will charge stuff up with that. We may have depending on the time of year, we may have a fan going to it. That's usually like the things that we're using it for. So it may not seem like a ton of energy or a ton of charge, but it's a good amount, right? And this does, I don't have one, but it does have a solar hookup as well. So you can actually buy a solar panel to hook up to this, and that will charge it too. So if you're out for an extended period of time and you want to charge with solar while you're out, you can do that. Again, I don't do that because we just don't need it, but that is an option. And in addition to that, it can charge directly with an AC. Usually this is what I do is we'll use it like for a weekend. I'll take it home, I'll charge it, it'll be all charged up. You can also technically, if you really need to, you can plug this in, and then you can plug this side into a the car adapters, if you will, and it can charge it up that way. So there's a lot of different ways to charge this little guy. It's a very versatile little battery, and it works really, really well. So let's actually talk about it here. So obviously this is DC out, and then this is a USB charge. They just have one port for that, and then they have the 4 USBs here. These 2 AC plugs, this is obviously just if you want to plug something in. They have one with the prong, one without it. If you need to use these, you press this button, and you see how that turned red, right? I'll press it again. See how it's white, it's off. You turn it on, that basically means these are active, these are live, right? So we'll turn that off real quick. You can see this is the battery indicator. You can see here that it has 4 in the bar here. That basically means we're at full charge, right? And then also this little light here, which is actually really bright. So that's setting 1, 2, 3. And then if you ever get in a situation where you're in trouble, it has a blinking SOS light, which is pretty cool if that's built in. I think that's a nice little feature that they have. And then it also has right here, the DC in. So this is if you're using solar and you hook up the solar panel to it, you can do that to charge it all up. And like I said, it will actually charge by the sun, which is pretty neat if you're gonna be out there for a long time, or are in the wilderness a lot and just think, hey, I might need that. That's a good place to, to have one there. So yeah, guys, overall, very, very happy with this thing. I just think it's a cool device to have, not just for emergencies, but just when you're camping and stuff. It's really nice to have just in case, you come into situations where you need power, which I think most of us do, right? With our phones, we like to detach, but maybe not completely. So that's a good way to do it. The only thing to know about this, and I do think that this is important, is that this will be fine with most common appliances, if you will, most common things in terms of voltage and things that you use. But if you were to try to, for instance, hook up a like an electric grill, something that really uses a lot of power, this thing can actually trip. And I had to look, the maximum that it can handle in one area there would be an 80 watt type of device. Now that's not common, you guys. Most of the things that you're gonna put in here, you're gonna have no problem with whatsoever. Wireless headphones, laptops, chargers, iPads, iPhones, et cetera, cameras, all that kind of stuff. You're going to be fine, right? This isn't going to cause a problem. Little game systems for little kids, that's all fine. That's all fine to charge. Only the really, really heavy power draw things would have an issue with this. So just know that going into it. But yeah, overall, really happy with it. My wife and I like it a lot. It's done some great stuff for us so far. Look forward to taking out many, many more times. And if you're considering getting it, we definitely do recommend it. Have nothing but positive to say. And yeah, hope that you enjoy.